Hello, Curry County. I'm Mindy Turner with the Curry County Cooperative Extension Service, your family and consumer science agent. Today we're starting off a brand new series. This one's really fun. I think it's as much for me as anybody. We're going to be looking at some quick, simple, easy tips to how to have a healthier lifestyle. And so these are really small things that you can change in your life, little adjustments that are just taking that next step toward being a little bit healthier. So we're going to do the 4-part series for that. Today we're going to talk about water. Yes, we don't have near enough of it. We are in drought season most of the time here in eastern New Mexico, but we still need to be drinking it. Water is one of those things that aids in our digestion. It gives our skin a healthy glow. It just basically overall helps our body run. It's just like we need oil in the car to make the engine go like it should. Water is what we need to put into our bodies to make everything work. I'm not a water drinker. I have an issue with getting enough water and getting 8 ounces a day or 32 ounces a day or a gallon a day, whatever your recommendation may be based on your height, weight, gender, all of those factors that go into that. Pretty easy thing to look up to see how much water should you be having in a day, or have that conversation with your doctor to make sure that you're taking in enough. Say, I'm told constantly when something's not going right, when I'm not feeling well, you probably just need to drink more water. So how do we get more water? What are some of the ways that we can do that, especially if water's really not our favorite thing? So here's some quick, fun, easy things you can do, inexpensive, to be able to take in more water on a regular basis. So let's start off. We're going to be highlighting a couple different publications from our Cooperative Extension Service in this series. And so they are Nutrition Facts for Better Meals. And then this one is Healthy Habits for Healthy Weight in Children. And it's a parent's guide. There's some really good basic things in here for adults as well. Some basic habits in meal preparation and what you're putting on the table that can help us as adults as much as it can us training our kids up to eat healthy and to feel better. So I'm great about encouraging my kids to drink water, but I don't drink water like I should. So some of the things that we can do, first of all, if it's just that you need flavor, you want that flavor in your mouth, you need it. It's not, water is typically refreshing, but it's just not exactly what you want. It's not what you crave. One of the things that is a huge hit around the country is infusing your water with something. You can buy all kinds of flavored waters at the store. Some with just a hint of some type of fruit or other flavoring, some that are overpowering with that flavoring. They may be carbonated, they may just be regular old water that they've added something to. You can make those on your own. If you're having a party, it's a great alternative to punch. Less sugar and super simple. So you can see this is just plain old lemons and limes. You get the pretty color. You can get, if you stir it around a little, these will be floating within there, especially if you add a little ice, it'll be kind of moving around. The longer you leave it, the more you're going to pick up that flavor from your citrus fruits, your lemons and limes. You can see over here, I've taken a couple of pictures. This one is just a berry mix, some blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and strawberries. This is cucumber water. Okay, I'll move those around for you so you can see. But you can pick the flavors you like, and you can mix and match things that go together that you would like to have. You can see too, I have some apples here, some oranges. If those are the types of flavors you like, a lot of people will add some fresh mint to their lemon or even the cucumber to bring those things together. So it's a great way to experiment, to try some different things with water. And obviously you don't have to make this much unless you've already tried it. That's something you really like, that you want to keep this much that you can take in. You can just add a slice of lemon to your water bottle, or you can add a slice to your glass. You can just put in a little bit of cucumber and see if that's something that you like. Now give it a minute to really infuse, to pull it together. You can also purchase water bottles that have an infuser in them. So if you don't want to worry about the seeds and the other things that go along with the fruits, you put them into the infuser and that goes down into the bottle and it just pulls the flavor into your water. So another great alternative for something you can have. So let's talk about that. One of the things that can be very helpful in drinking more water is having water. Having water with you, having easy access to water. So of course, we're all very familiar with bottled water. And maybe you have your 5-gallon water in your house that you use to fill things up. This is one alternative to make sure you have bottled water on hand with you. It's usually plentiful around. You can access it very easily in vending machines, just at the store. You can also, if you don't like having all of the plastic bottles, you can choose things that will assist you in drinking more water. I drink more water when it's on ice. That's a thing for some people. So using a cup, a reusable tumbler with a straw. Some of us drink more with the straw. Some people don't like drinking through a straw. Whatever fits you and your lifestyle best is a great way to do this. So one example, we talk about drink water when you're on a break. Have a set time. I used to have a friend that she drank her water on the way to work. And when she stopped at a stoplight, that was her time to take 20 sips of water. And she had it counted out and figured how much water she could take in on her drive to work. So have those time intervals figured out. Or, okay, this is when I go fix my coffee, and so I'm going to drink half a bottle of water while my coffee brews, while I'm waiting for that to be ready. Okay, another thing, you can dilute those drinks, the sugary drinks, coffee, tea, with extra water. And it may take some getting used to, and some of us are very strong coffee drinkers, but over time, if you just add a little more water and a little more water, eventually you'll get more used to it so that you still have that flavor you love, but you're getting the intake from water. Adding ice, adding water to those drinks helps increase your overall water intake for the day. So think about those kind of options. The other thing is just have a goal. Most of us have that need, that drive to reach a goal. So if I know I'm going to have X amount of ounces of water by noon, I'm going to push myself to do that. It can be very difficult to track. How am I going to know how much water I had? Well, so there's a lot of options out there for that as well. There are all types of apps now that will track your water intake, of course your calories. You can keep, if this is something you're into, you like the tech piece of it, because you're not going to carry around a notepad and make notes about those things, this is one way that you can do that. Another simple way that that can happen is get a bottle or a tumbler that is marked. Okay, you can see this tells me how many ounces I'm at with each marking. So I fill this up in the morning. I drink water throughout the day. Of course, we've already said if it's Mindy's, it's going to have ice in it when we start out. So you have your ice, you have your water. When you get to the end of the day, you know that you've hit your marks. Okay, this is a 28-ounce one. You can get bigger, you can get smaller, but this gives you something to look to. So again, if I say, okay, by noon, I need to have had at least 24 ounces, I know it's got to be down here. I have a good way to measure and look at that. Okay, so have a bottle that's your favorite, just something you like. If you want to promote your team, maybe it's a favorite sports team or the school that you represent, a tumbler or a water bottle for that you can carry with you. Something that's important to you will make you keep up with it and make it be more of a part of what you do in your everyday routine. It is important to drink water. Every nutritionist, every health person will tell you, you need to drink water. So finding ways to increase our water intake in a simple way. I'm not saying sit down and drink a gallon of water, but make sure that water is available. Okay, the other piece of that is sometimes, depending on where we live, if we're on well water or what might be just the regular tap water that we purchase, may have a different kind of taste or may not be as suitable for just drinking for pleasure, okay? So one of the things that you can do is invest in some sort of a filter. Again, I mentioned you can buy the 5-gallon jugs that you use that's already filtered water, that's good water. You can use your bottled waters, but you can also get a variety of different filters. You can get some that actually attach to the sink, so that I just realized I was looking at the sink and you guys can't see it because we had to adjust the angle. But you get some that actually attach to the sink. This is a filter pitcher. So it's got a filter built inside. You fill it with water and it filters through. Okay, so you could even put your fruit down here. It's going to filter through. You've got your infused water, and it's actually filtered water that you can take. So there's a lot of options out there for different types of filters that you could have, again, to just make it more something you want to drink. Okay, so find the way that works for you to increase your water intake on a daily basis, and you will feel better. I hope you'll come back and join us next time. We're going to be looking at serving sizes to help us all better understand how much we're really eating of what is out there. We're going to talk a little bit about some exercises that are not as strenuous but can help you get moving and keep moving as you do things. And then we're going to look a little bit about sodium and how maybe we cut back on some of the salt we're having but still have a lot of flavor and a lot of yummy, really good stuff within our food. So again, I'm Mindy Turner. I'm with the Curry County Cooperative Extension Service. We do have a newsletter that goes along with our series and also has information, some other educational information and things that are going on around the county related to our office. So if you would like to sign up for that, or if you have a question that you would like to pose to us, you can go online, curryextension.nmsu.edu, complete a request to receive a newsletter, either hard copy in the mail or over email. You can call our office at 575-763-6505, and we will add you to that list. We are always glad to take your calls, answer your questions. On the website, you can also submit to ask a question, and we will work to address those, respond back to you over email, or again, give you a phone call if that's your preference. Thank you for joining us today. I hope that you find your way, a simple way, to feel better and to be healthy.